Okay, to start the dragon eye, I'm going to first pick a color. So for mine, I might do complementary colors red and green. So I think I'd make my eye a greenish color. Ooh, I really like the color up here. Now looking underneath my rainbow, I see that it still shows black. That means that if I try to draw, it will be black. So what I need to do is move this little circle around the box to see the color that I want. And once I see the color show up here under the rainbow, I know I have the right one. Then I'm going to change the size here from 4 all the way to 200. And my first step will be to make a circle-ish shape. Do not worry if it's not completely perfect, because later on we're going to be putting something over top of this, so it doesn't matter if it's too lumpy bumpy here. So here is my circle-ish shape. And then my second step is to make the inside a little bit lighter. So what I'm going to do is come over here to this and move it over towards the white side to make a lighter color. And when I look under here, I see that it is lighter. But I also need a different brush. So I'm going to go down here, and instead of having these hard lines, I'm going to choose this cotton ball looking one right next to it. And I'm going to put this right in the middle to make it just a little bit lighter than the outside. And then my last step for this process right here is to make it a little bit darker around the edges for the iris. So I'm moving this down. Here was my original color. If I move this down a little bit, I see that it gets to a darker green color right there. I might make it just a little bit lighter. There we go. And then I'm going to change the size. I don't want it to be this large anymore. So I'm going to make the size 25. And if you're not exactly at 25, that's not a big deal. And then all you're going to do is put these sort of little lines that go towards the middle. And if you go outside a little bit, that's all right. We're going to be covering that later anyway. And I'm sort of alternating between short and long. And you notice that these lines aren't straight. They're a little bit bumpy, and that's actually good. It makes it look a little bit more realistic if they're bumpy. So I'm going to do that all the way around my eye, like that. And that is how we finish our first step of this process. Now remember always when you're done to go over here and press Save Image so that you don't lose what you're working on.